Hello and welcome to episode 126 of Rarer Hot Wheels. Yes, 126. Now, despite the fact we're still under COVID-19 lockdown, we're pretty much locked down properly, still plenty going on in the Rarer Hot Wheels HQ, and there's been plenty I've been trying to do. Last week I was at work. Temperature during the day was positively spring-like, up around 16 Celsius, which is like 60 degrees, and it was great. So on Wednesday I put together one of my antennas for my ham radio with the intent of putting it up on Saturday or Sunday. Sadly the weather's turned freezing cold and blowing a gale, so now they're out. But I've got plenty to do in the Rarer Hot Wheels stakes, so we're going to stick with this for a little while. Hopefully the weather will improve temperature wise sort of next week, and I might just get my aerials up. But this time we're going to have a look at some red lines. Sort of the likes of these little things here, and they're basically the ones I'm showing you have been produced between 1968 and 1976. There's a fair range of them across the years, some rarer than others, but I hope you enjoy looking at them because these are our history. So let's get them on the turntable and have a look at some rarer, older redline Hot Wheels. So the first up is this blue Buzz Off, which started out life as Try Baby in the days of Spectraflame. It was designed by Larry Wood and released in 1974, and this particular one is from the Flying Colour series of 1976. Now, this was originally released with a metal base, and later, as in this one, it was reproduced with a plastic base. And this is the last of the red lines for this particular body shape, and it's not a bad little casting and looks nice with the rear deck open. Now this little green meanie is called Python and was one of the original Sweet 16 back in 1968, as is this one. And it was based on a real car designed by a guy called Bill Cushenberry, and the Hot Wheels one was penned by Dean Jeffries. I say it was only run for the 1968 casting year, but in later years it was retooled, and that was in 2018, and Brendan Vatuski was responsible for that. This next oddball design is another Larry Wood piece, and it's called Bug Eye, and you can probably guess that from the shape of the canopy and the split windscreens. Now, it was originally introduced in 1971 and ran through to 72, then reintroduced in 1973. Now, this particular one is a US made version, and in pink, which it is, the pink or rose colour is actually one of the rarer colours out there, which pleases me somewhat. And now from the 1969 Hot Wheels range, we have this, the Volkswagen Beach Bomb, which was designed by the legendary Ira Guilford. Now this was one cool little ride, and this one is known as a side loader because the surfboards go into pods on the side of the bus. Now this particular purple one isn't that rare, but it looks really nice. Yes, I know it's a bit battered, but I think it looks all the better for it. This Larry Wood design is called Funny Money and only ran from 72 to 77, and in that time was released 4 times. This is the original release from 1972, which is a grey colour, and it's got the Funny Money truck sticker on the side of the doors. There should be one each side, but unfortunately one of them's got lost in the annals of time. So it's not a bad little machine. But as I say, 4 versions produced, which were 3 grey and 1 plum, and I wouldn't mind getting my hand on one of the plum coloured versions. Introduced way back in 1976 and still running today, we have this, the Corvette Stingray, as designed by Larry Wood. This particular one, the red line, is from the 1976 Flying Colour series. And a cool little car it is too. And now from Ira Guilford's stable, we have this TNT Bird, and the TNT Bird was introduced in 1970 and only run in 1970. It was later retooled in 2006 for a Hot Wheels Collectors Club. It looks really nice in the metallic spectral flame brown colouring and debuted in the Spoilers series. And finally, from 1970, we have this heavyweights tow truck, and it is a really cool, very 60s, 70s truck, and for all the world it looks like it should be in Space 1999 if you're old enough to remember what that is. But this is one really cool little thing. Ira Guilford designed most of these from the series, with at times input from Larry Wood. And 1970 was the only year this was produced, and there was one other one produced in 1971, which was a Racing Fuels tanker. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Check back soon to have a look at some more red lines and a couple of other oddities as well that I've got sat here loose. So take care and see you soon, and don't let COVID-19 get you. Ta-da!